So once again, we're going to be having the singing of the national anthems coming up in the next 2 minutes. And again, if I can ask the respective teams and countries to go to the arenas that they're playing in. So that's Australia, England, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, and UAE. And then just to remind you, we've got the over 50 gold final that's going to be played fourth and one. So in the next 2 minutes or so, we'll have our national anthems. We've got the whole of Team Australia on the field, and then to be followed by New Zealand. Round of applause for New Zealand. If we're going to this thing for the over 50 gold final, let's hear it for New Zealand. Alright, so the respective teams are lined up in the arenas. We're going to be doing the national anthems, and it's going to go in this order of Australia, then England, then New Zealand, then Sri Lanka, and finishing with the UAE. So the respective anthems for Australia, England, New Zealand, Sri Lanka, and the UAE. And then we'll wait for all the teams to be lined up in the respective courts. Alright, for the fourth one, for Team Australia, the national anthem.
Thank you.
for England. world champions altogether. Let's start today cricket.
To be the best, number one, nothing less. Lead me to my destiny. I have waited patiently. I have vision, though I believe. I know I can count on me. So stand up for the champions, for the champions. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, for the champions, stand up. For the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. For the champions, stand up. It's just that's how it is. 'Cause we have our strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I have vision, can't you see? I'm on everything we need. Stand up for the champions, stand up. Stand up, stand
just got to really try and work on that length. And
There it
again,
is there.
short and leg side and down up for 2. Ball's really got to push hard here. 4 balls to go. Needs to try and find a wicket for the New Zealanders.
That's better. Well done. Much better. Get them playing that shot. The chances are with that square, straight drive almost to leg. That's where the chances have been all game. So.
And that's the adaptability that we were talking about. Good ball.
Well bowled.
And there's
Well
that wicket that the Kiwis needed.
Well run, Roddy.
So
Nice and full.
that's it. That's the adaptability. That first ball, he's hit it into the leg side fielder. Decided not to run, and then obviously had a little bit of a brain fade in that one. The Aussies are pulled back to 13 runs now. Very full that one for a no ball, so the batters will get a re-bowl option. And the Aussies have chosen to re-bowl the ball.
Yeah, I think that last out from him, he's probably hit the ground a little. He stopped his timing dead, and then probably thought there was a run on there anyway.
That was a good length ball on the legs. He played it well, but again, these nets don't give it any justice. You can't get a run off that. Full.
It is there. New Zealand got to capitalise on those. It's quick into the top net and back out. That's an easy run out all day. Needs to happen for these guys. They're the older generation. Possibly not as sprightly as some of these others that are here at the Masters tournament, but
well, that batting pair again coming from -8 in the first over to now be +16 is a big turnaround.
No, totally
the Kiwis won't be happy with that, but the Aussies will definitely be pretty stoked with the positive outcome of that.
So Aussie need to push through here. Another good solid 20 for them. Would certainly put a lot of pressure on the Kiwis when they come into bat.
We've got some serious campaigners here with Terry Dimmick coming out to bat.
Yeah, Dimmick and...
Yeah, Hart is not in the program, so it might have been a late addition. So they're bringing on Fulton again for the first ball of first over of this batting pair. So New Zealand let them get away there a little bit. New Zealand let them get away a little bit there, and they were able to stride back and get some positive runs. So they really need to get on top of this pair to stay in the game.
Straight through the line. Straight to the line. Confident start from it.
Very well placed drive for 4 in the end, which was good.
They tend to not die wandering on these first balls. If they're there to hit, they're going to go.
Yeah, the Aussies aren't letting them get away with a spare one, are they? They're punishing that bad ball and getting behind the good balls. Again, just that little bit too short. They really need to push it up here, the Kiwis.
There it is, finally.
And he's bowled in leg stump. Was that in front of him or behind him? I couldn't see.
In front, between
Front. So he's obviously stepped back a little bit too far.
Trying to hit that a little bit too hard.
I'll put my hand up, I did that today. Haven't been bowled all tournament and got bowled. Not happy. By a Kiwi of all things.
Yeah. Fortunately, I was there to watch it, so I can remind you about that one all day. And he's done it again.
That was a much better leg to him, Fulton. So
I think
the
Hurt's
boys
probably the aggressive batter here. He likes to hear it, feel it coming off the bat. New Zealand can be smart here. They can probably cash in.
Again, a better full on the legs. Very close one there.
Got to run everything.
The umpiring has been quite consistent for the tournament. There's been a few run-outs here and there that we've all questioned, but they've been pretty good.
Well, the standard is consistent, and as a player and a coach, that's all you need.
Yeah.
Top there.
Hart probably backed up a little bit too far there, but got away with it.
They'll have a chat about it now.
Watched his batting partner and was able to get himself back. So, Fulton finishes his 2 overs with 1 for 18. Just bowled a little bit too short. I think these guys, the Kiwis, possibly with the tiredness in the body, they're not getting the length that they need.
Yep.
The run-up is a lot longer here too, so some of them may need to step out their run-up.
Yeah, there's an extra step at the end there. It does throw them out.
A lot of bowlers that are used to bowling straight from the net are having to come in 1 or 2 steps. Coach is going to have a chat to the Kiwi boys for the moment. The thing about Masters, Keith, is that it's a little bit of fun. You can still have a bit of a chat on the court and have a bit of banter and have a bit of fun. So, a nice full ball on the legs, and by the batter, it looks like it's swinging in a little bit. Batters are on third ball.
It looks like he's got an aggressive off drive and a pokey little leg side drop. There we go. Oh, yes. The umpire's gone upstairs to have a look at it.
So, tell me, Keith, why have they got the reviews for the finals, but they didn't have them for the games during the week?
I would like to say it's because they didn't want New Zealand to win. No. When we all sat down at the start and we spoke about it, it's something new they want to bring in. I know last time they had a go at it and it took a little bit longer than it should have with the reviews, and they thought it would be best that the key to having these reviews is in a final. When everything is on the line and those close calls need to be looked at, and just round play.
So the third umpire today is one of the Aussie boys, and he was looking at one of the games last night for the women's, and it was a final, but this is where my question is. There was one that was nearly a metre out, given not out.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a game that's also on the line. I don't think if they're going to do it, and they're going to do it for fight, they should either do it for all finals or none at all.
Yeah, so that's where we thought it was going to be, in all quarters, semis, and the final, grand final, stuff like that. But I think they've just gone for the finals. Yes, well done.
Oh. And is the third umpire just for the umpire to use, or can the captain choose?
Just for the umpires to use. There's umpires review only. So you're going to see the majority on the run-outs only.
Yep.
Hard to. Sorry about that little comment there. That's out again. So this leg side shot is not paying off. Australia need to look at what they're doing. Start heading it down to the ground rather than straight into the net.
These pairs really struggling now. They had 1 wicket. The Kiwis have got that momentum, and they're bringing these guys down. So that umpire Benjamin Ridgway has called that review out, run out.
Yeah, and I think what it is for the run-outs mainly. I don't think you're going to use it for catches, and you certainly wouldn't for anything suspicious, bat pad or anything like that. You're not going to hear anything. It's not the technology we have in outdoor, but certainly for the run-outs is the definite key.
Yeah. So that last ball was nice and full on the legs and smacked him bang in the leg. There's been a few possible LBWs this week, and we actually had one called.
Oh, you did?
In our women's game against England, I think it was. So we had one umpire call. She did not play at one shot at all, didn't move the bat. It was nice and plumb, and the umpire's given it LB. But you very rarely see LB in indoor cricket.
Rare, very rare. hen's teeth.
The ruling is if you play a shot, then you can't be out LB. It's just a very difficult area for the umpire where he's standing to be able to call an LB and see if the ball's hitting the stumps from that angle.
Yeah, I suppose future for that is that actually what constitutes a shot, just swinging a bat and standing there sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
But the rules are the rules.
It's very full.
Well done.
And good fielding there by Marsh, keeping it off the 3 net.
Brendan should have seen the last couple of overs that swinging into the knee, just below the knee, is a key area.
And the Kiwis have got the momentum now.
That's too short.
Yeah, way too short.
And hit really hard, so could have paid. Kiwis need to hit.
I'll give it to the Aussies. They're knuckling down. They're fighting hard. And he sprays that down leg side. 3 balls here, and the Aussies just need to really try and come out of this over on positive.
Yep.
Full and down leg again. It looks like he's not really putting his back into it, so he's trying to stay upright, trying to get that right line, but it's just not working out for him just yet. And again.
Yeah, a little bit tired. Front arm not staying extended high, so he's actually pushing and dragging himself down the leg.
Sometimes once you get one, it's hard to not get another and another. You've got to really push through that. He rolled his fingers over that one a little bit, so that was able to stay in line and stay on the legs, but the Aussies put it away.
Well, next one they'll be happy that that's gone, that over's done.
Yeah, and like I said, those guys needed to come out on positive, and they've done a good job sort of knuckling down there, coming out on positive 4. Now, I was very surprised, Keith, to hear that the Kiwis won the toss and chose to field. Very rarely in these competitions do teams choose to field. They normally think that runs on the board is the way to go.
Money in the bank, yep, always.
Yes, so...
I know for us it's good, as in the ladies' side, they prefer to get some heat up, put something on the board and chase.
Yeah.
That's all they've ever wanted to do, then it's no point. I think we only ever tossed once, that was against England, and we still won it, we still fielded. So every other time we went up, we offered the choice to want a better bowl.
Yeah.
Most teams chose to bat, which is fine.
Yeah, we were very much, our Aussie ladies were very much batting first runs on the board, which kind of helped us in our first game against the New Zealand girls, coming out on 31 and struggling, and we were able to defend it, which was a brilliant effort. I think that was the only game we fielded very good in, to be honest.
Thank you, Miss Whitwell, for reminding me of that game.
Right, he sprays it down leg side.
Yeah, Roddy needs to get this back online again. I know they're trying to hit that line of on the knee, but wide's now given away in this format of the game. It's just crucially.
Oh, did he down up that onto the stumps?
He could review that. So he could review it. Ooh. Maybe there needs to be some clear guidelines on the reviews.
Yeah, that one confuses me a little bit, because if they've got reviews, then he should be using it for that. He said he didn't see it, so why can't he review it? It's all good and well to have this technology, but we just need to be using it correctly.
Yeah, and then this way it comes with the new stuff. If we have this in all formats, quarters and semis, could get up diluted, people didn't want to use it. So get it right, do it once, get it right. Yeah, well bowled, much better. That's exactly the line they needed.
That's the line and length that the Kiwis have been looking for. I thought they were sort of letting the Aussies off, bowling a few down leg side and getting away with the wides, but Paul's definitely brought it back and bowled in pretty much middle stump.
Yeah, certainly the pressure of having no runs in the bank and your partnership looking to create there, trying to push something that shouldn't have been any more than just a dot ball down up to stay.
Yeah,
trying to push something through the line there, through leg.
With nothing on the board, it looks like he's trying to score, and I think with a good ball, you've really just got to get behind it and have it as a dot ball. No ball too high, and he's spanked that down for 2. A little bit of traffic. little bit of traffic, and Terry's able to push his way through, but they have chosen to re-bowl the ball, which
Good.
lets the Aussies off a little bit. In this instance, it can be a good idea, but sometimes it can also be a bad idea.
Good as it.
Full on the legs, but Hart was able to drive that into the 2 net.
Didn't look to come across the far across the stumps that time. Stayed pretty much in and around middle and leg, and then pushed it a bit further forward rather than square.
Yeah, on these pitches you really need to keep that straight bat, as Terry does there with a down up 2.
That should have been out.
A bit more discipline in the field, and that would have been run out also, yeah.
Should have been an out.
Short.
Yeah, well played. Yeah. Oh, what's the keeper doing?
Got away with it, but could have been pretty nasty for the Aussies there.
I think that's the other thing too, is that when you sit back and you look at some of the, even your keepers will tell you yourself, is that some of these shots that are normally played, cut into the side net, you're waiting for the ball to come back from point, or even leg side, so you're left sort of flat-footed when you could, that's a half reach. It's a half reach from the keeper, and then you're putting a lot of pressure on the striker, non-striker running in. We've seen quite a bit of that where you think, well, that could have been out if our keeper had grabbed it.
Yeah, for sure.
But they become flat-footed, become used to good fielders leg side and point slapping it to them, so they're in covering waiting for the catch. It's very unnatural for a keeper to go to the ball when it's hit at point. Very unnatural.
The Kiwis finish off with a dot ball there, and that was a really good over by number 7 ball from New Zealand. Nice and full and on the legs, hit Terry in the feet, and now the Aussies, they end up on 11 in that pair, so not too bad.
Yeah, certainly that's the way they want the partnerships to be going, is downhill, but experienced campaigners always bad last, so real tough ask for the Kiwis now. They've got to be on.
It's a good effort by the Aussies again, coming out from -6 and boosting up to 11. So it's all about getting positive and being positive. So now that the boys have come out on positive, all they need to do is keep building from here.
Yep.
So we've got McSweeney coming on to bowl.
Oh, shoot. Thank you. Yeah, he had a good first over. Wayward on the first ball, got a bit of a tap, and then came back, got a few good overs. So we'll soon see here these campaigners need to do here. Generally batting last, they're the level-headed ones, they don't tend to take much risk.
Yeah, so we've got number 11, Stefan Tomarini, batting with the captain.
That's a great shot. Oh, very close. Unlucky to only be given 2 for that. That looked like 3.
Yeah, so Barry Morrison is his batting partner. Again, must be
the captain.
Pretty experienced, being the captain. He's gone out and played a nice shot for 2 early on. And there's that little bit of mix-up and confusion. Bit of nerves in the grand final. There's always nerves. Well, in any game, there's always nerves.
Yeah, and I think you forget you've got another player on the field. That straight good bit of service to the keeper there. That was out all day. So excitable stuff, trying to go for the out. Should have just needed to get it close.
A good length ball by the bowler. Another good length, but sprayed it wide. Yeah, he played that shot really well, but again, it's that low, flat ball into the front net that it just brings the field in, brings the field into play, and that makes a big difference here in these nets down here. Pitch short and wide, and he's put it away for 2.
It's a gift at any level.
Yeah, if you're struggling and then you see a ball like that come in, it's your bread and butter in indoor cricket. It helps you get your eye in as long as you keep a straight bat. Much better length, but unfortunately it's that line that he's got to work on. So the Aussies are building it quite easily here on the +8 already. with 1 ball to come in the over.
The Kiwis a bit guilty of relieving pressure by giving them runs rather than making them work for them.
Short and wide again. A little bit of traffic again. There was a bit of argy-bargy there. Bit of aggression. Any sorries, any
Tip on the
apologies?
bad.
Oh, no.
It's clearly Morrison doesn't want to do anything.
Captain's going to question
Yep.
it.
Nah, he can't push players though.
The boys have
Much
shaken
better.
hands and had a
That's
bit of a
better.
laugh, which is better to see.
Our boys probably said, I'll take a beer, and he's gone okay.
Yeah. It's a bit hard. The pitch is the batter's pitch, and if the fielder encroaches, then as long as the batter doesn't change their line, they're legally able to run through them.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen that all week. And there's a bit of a nasty injury on one of them, and none of them have done anything wrong. And it's a tough ball. You can't, when you're fielding, your player gets hit, you're protecting your fielder. When you're batting, same sort of thing. So it's a 50-50 call every time.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I don't think anybody intentionally goes out in these grades to want to hurt someone. So it's just how engrossed in the game you get, and sometimes you're in the wrong place.
Now that was a very short and wide ball, and Barry Morrison's looking at the umpire asking the question, but he's given it a good ball. Big tough one there. He sprayed that left wide. He's asking for a re-bowl, but it's only his second over.
Yeah. Again, probably a fine coming for that.
Morrison's definitely got a bit of aggression in him at the moment. Good length ball.
Yes, good call from Morrison. His partner turned to dive to get on the ground. There's no run there.
It was a good length ball. He played it well. Got through the field, which he didn't expect. But Tomarini had to get back because he could have possibly got run out. So and was on the ground. So no chance of getting back for a run there.
Shot, well played.
That's an aggressive shot, and he's looking to keep making these runs and keep going positive. So
I think he's got the right height on that net too. Anything lower than hip height going through there, and it changes angles. It's almost like the bottom half of the net's soft and just draws it back out to the back stumps.
Short and wide. Didn't get a full face of the bat there, and went back to the back net. The ball there, that's the non-striker's call, and Barry's decided, I'm not going to get there by the time they get that in their hands. Last ball of the second over for these boys. It's a slower one, full.
Yeah.
And Tomarini just was not watching his batting partner whatsoever there.
Absolute killer in this game is ball watching. There's only two of you out there. You're the only two that need to be glued together, so...
Yeah, he watched his shot a little bit too long, and Barry held his ground, and Tomarini just wasn't watching him to see.
Yeah, I think the noise, the amount of games going on, and the proximity of it, and certainly the crowd getting involved as well. Sometimes your calls just get lost in the noise.
Yeah.
And if you're not watching your partner, you can be left a little embarrassed on your bat in the mid-court.
So New Zealand found a wicket there, and brought the Aussies back to 9 in this batting pair. Sitting on 68, still looking quite healthy, but it's still everything's chaseable pretty much in indoor cricket. And number 8, Marsh is coming on the bowl.
So Kiwis will be trying to look to keep these guys below 80. Get solid partnerships of 20 to go through the end. And certainly Oz will be looking at trying to get it up above the 80 mark. That's definitely the pressure point. Used to be 3 figures. That does not exist anymore in this game. I mean, we were involved in our first game, and that was 30 to 28.
Yeah.
I mean, you heard a dream. The first game was like that.
Our coach of the Aussie women's, was saying it's probably one of the lowest scoring tournaments, specifically mainly for women cricket that she's seen. There's a nice full on the stumps ball there, and Morrison's just got behind it and blocked it down. So.
Yep. And just reiterating that it is the lowest score. You don't get rewarded for big hits.
Pitch short and wider.
Oh.
Good fielding effort by Ball.
Not too bad. Back foot shot.
Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy, a bit of talk here.
-5 could be here.
Morrison's,
Morrison getting a bit heated.
Being a bit feisty and back chatting to the umpire. As a captain, he can talk to the umpire, but he's getting a little bit aggressive, and the umpire's just pulling him over and telling him to calm down.
It's a bit of give and take, I think. Probably looking for something that's really not there. I don't think. Alistair's a good player. He's not a dirty player whatsoever, so he won't be jumping in this way on purpose. But anything to get under the skin.
And as the captain, he's got to keep his head. He did put his hand up and apologise to the umpire. He's still shaking his head, not happy.
He's not happy. He's not happy.
And there's still a little bit of chatter between the boys.
You can see there that leg cover's coming across the blue line to get to the ball because of the pace in which it's coming out.
That's right. And that's where my question has been all week. The umpires have warned players for that, for crossing the pitch, but if the ball's crossing the pitch, there's a mix-up here.
Dave.
Looked like Fulton tried to just get it back to the keeper nicely, and that just didn't work out for him.
Yeah. First time I've seen a lob from the 3 line.
Yeah.
It's not like him. Dave's got a good arm.
The Aussies are in a good stead here. They're on 15.
That's out.
Some good fielding.
Yeah.
Oh.
That looked out
And,
from here. They'll be certainly
umpire's
letting
got a
Morrison
review.
hear it. Yeah.
What do you reckon, Keith? Oh, it looked very close.
They look close.
I would nearly give it out, but
That was a close one.
I'm not sure if he got his bat down for that, but let's have a look.
Well, these are the game changer calls. These ones here on that one there, where we haven't had many run-outs at back sticks, turning around, all those sorts of things.
The batting pair on 15, and if this is given out, then it goes back to 10. So this could work out well for the Kiwis if the third umpire rules it to be out.
Totally agree. Crucial calls.
The Aussies really need to knuckle down here. They're getting a little bit, feeling a little bit under pressure. You can see it in the aggression. And it was given out. And that is why the reviews are good. There's a good thing and a bad thing for reviews, and that just shows that the umpire wasn't sure.
Yep.
Probably would have given the benefit of the doubt to the batter, but went to the third umpire instead. So like I said, that's brought the Aussies pair down to 10. They have to really knuckle down and try and get it up again.
Here it is again.
See, that's what I'm saying. Beautiful shot there. In any indoor cricket net in Melbourne, or in Australia, that would be a safe down up 2. But the way the ball bounces off these nets, it just brings the front court into it. A little tap towards the keeper, and it could give him an easy run out. So we're in the last over of the Australian batting innings. This last batting pair on 12 for an experienced pair has been struggling, and like I said, the very first batting pair got away, and it just took a strong fielding and bowling effort by the New Zealanders to get a wicket or 2 in the second over, get a little bit of momentum, and they've brought that through in every batting pair now.
Yeah, this will be an interesting over. Certainly Alistair Jolly and Morrison have had few heads a couple of times now, so either one of them will look to carry on either still getting in the way or trying to consolidate, get some runs off each one another. With smart batting, very smart batting. Morrison's asking for a bit of trouble here. I think he's testing the umpire because he's not getting some more those calls his way. So
yeah, he was running along the net. Oh, he looks like he's going to get warned.
Yeah. He's gonna.
But he was. This is again.
He needs to.
He is being aggressive. He is probably doing the wrong thing here and there, but again, he's running along the net. The fielder's fielding the ball. They've collided.
He needs to get out of the way of that.
At the end of the day, no one's trying to run into each other. He wants to get in his crease safely. The fielder wants to get the ball to run him out.
Yeah, exactly.
But the umpire's taking control. He's trying to keep it calm and trying to stop it from getting out of hand.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like it's affecting the batter more than anything, to be honest.
Yep, totally agree. Needs to be smart. Needs to be smart here. Just consolidate. Take the twos. Get him through to the other end of the over. There's McSweeney there having a wee chat to him. These old boys got a bit of bedroom in them still.
I do like to sledge a little and get under each other's skin. And look, at the moment it is working for Barry. He's just really got to keep his head here for the last 4 balls. Keep him positive. Try and get him over 15, or around 12 to 15, and get back out there and defend that score. So that 80's looking a bit tough for Australia, but if they can get to 70, 75, they're still on target. Tomarini's done a good job there, down up 2, got himself safe. The umpire's called over the player again.
Well, Morrison had more. There's 2 things here. McSweeney's setting himself up for Morrison to run into him. Morrison's not moving and he's going to run into him anyway, and he knows it. These old wily old boys, they'll just play the umpire until the umpire's had enough. And
it looks like the captain's being called up now for New Zealand. So
yep. And now he's going to add. So you'll see that McSweeney will start to move out of the way. Morrison would have won that battle. However, it will still be affecting him. It did with the last time he did this. Let's see how he comes out the other side on this one now. Hopefully he pulls his head in and then just takes the twos, goes to the other end.
The umpire's doing the right thing. He's trying to control the game. It can get aggressive out on the court. There's a lot of white line fever. If he doesn't control that, it can get seriously out of hand. It can become a football match. It has happened. At this level, probably not, but the boys are just getting spoken to. And hopefully they just calm down and play the game. Good length ball there.
Lengths, well done. Yeah, there's.
I sort of wide. I didn't see it.
Yeah, no, it's a good ball. Oh no.
Down up 3.
Well done.
Off a couple of hands. Morrison was able to get his head down over the ball and play that down. There's 1 ball to go. They look like they're going to do it. They look like they're going to try.
Now he's given up. Well done.
McSweeney's definitely trying to get in the way of Morrison there. Good fielding by the front court, but they got away with it, the Aussies. End up on 14 on the last pair and 73 for the innings.
Well done, New Zealand, keep pressure on for those last 3 pairs. Certainly let it get away with the first pair. Probably a bit tired, I think, and loosening of the muscles in the first 4 overs, and started to get still some weak bowling for them, I thought, and some really good batting from that Aussie pair at the start.
Yeah, I think when the Aussies come on the field, they just need to look at getting that line and length right. Again, with this tiredness, the stiffness of the bodies at this point in the time, it's not about pace, it's about the right line and length. And if the Aussies can put it there and make it tough for New Zealand have to get the runs. The Aussies have got the runs on the board. So New Zealand have to just play a safe game, not do anything silly, hopefully not take the argy-bargy going on into their batting innings for it to affect them, and see if they can come out on top.
Yep, certainly agree. Look, New Zealand know that Australia's come out fully focused and they already have a game plan. They know what they're going to be doing. They're putting 90% of the balls in the areas that they need to be, and that's throughout all grades. Irrespective of what grade you're playing against, that's what you come up against when you're playing Australia. So they know they've got a tough task to get to 74. They'll be up for it. They certainly won't be unconfident about it. It's about execution now for the Kiwis. And I think keeping their heads, knocking out 20-run partnerships, not trying to be too greedy too quickly, will get them home. However, best laid plans till first contact with Australia.
Yeah, they just need to start from ball 1. The Kiwis, like you're saying, that the Kiwis let the first pair off a little bit. The Aussies don't really have that luxury. They don't have a lot of runs on the board, but they do have the runs on the board. So if they can keep this first pair under 20, under 15, under 20, around the 20 mark, then they've still got a reasonably good chance. But you want to try and get at least one pair low early on, get some momentum, and then carry that into the next pairs.
No.
Andy. He's the third umpire for the game. Andy. Ben. I was thinking of the captain, vice captain. Ben, the third umpire calls that you had to make there, were they close or were they quite far away?
Both about 4 inches.
Okay, so nice and close. So that's a good reason why we had the third umpire in. Is there a reason why the umpire didn't look for the court?
When it looked like it hit the bails off?
Yeah.
There was an option there?
In this game, we're only allowing run-outs and stumpings to be referred.
Okay.
Yeah, excellent.
No problem.
Oh,
Not a
well
problem.
done.
All right, thank you, Ben.
Oh, there we go. There's the answer for that.
Yep.
So, which I think is good for a start. They've got to start somewhere. If we get in that thing and then the technology comes along, they might be able to look at other
Yeah,
things
for
as well.
sure. I have seen it in the past. I've watched, obviously, at the Opens level, the reviews. I actually thought it was in fully for any World Series. So when I got here, obviously, my first World Series, I sort of didn't realise that we didn't have it. And then, obviously, today they've started to bring it out. So
Well, I think it's a great idea. What I was surprised of when we got in, we didn't have the flashing bails. They
Yep.
had them in the Tasman that we played recently,
Yep.
which I think helped a lot, definitely, because there are those calls where you don't hear the bails come off, and they're the toughest ones I think for umpires. But it certainly adds to the atmosphere, flashing bails, things coming off.
Yeah.
Certainly does. So here we go. First
So
ball.
Tamarini's coming in to bowl the first over. Very short and on the legs.
Yeah. Brendan, excellent puller of the ball.
Beautiful down up pull into the net. It takes the Aussies out of the game when it's like that. Tamarini's really got to get that ball up in the length now. That's a little bit longer. No shot offered. Umpire signalling that it was going down leg, so not out.
So Dave Fulton, experienced campaigner, good bat. A little slow between the wickets than in his younger days, so he'll be looking playing calm shots like that, nice and easy, floating around the top net.
Again, short. Fulton comes out, down up two over the top of the fielder whose heart down there over his head. There's a fair bit of support in the crowd at the moment. The Aussie women and the New Zealand women are also in the crowd, so a little bit of noise.
It's a
the
review.
umpire's gone for
Hesitation from Smithy.
a review, so the umpire we just spoke to, Ben, will be reviewing this. Very good fielding by the Aussies there. So to me, didn't look out, but I'm not at a very good angle down at the bowler's crease to see that.
Certainly some sharp work done up the front.
And we're just waiting. It looks like it must be another close one. Ben was saying that the last couple were very close,
Not out.
and the umpires ruled it safe.
Yep. So I guess this is probably what we need to look at as the downside of that. Is momentum now is gone for a review, haven't got something, given time for the batters to have a chat, have a talk about stuff. Again, needed to be that pressure on. That would have been just a general dot ball.
Plays it down wide.
Crucial.
Tomarini asked a question, but the Aussies are looking a little flat here in the field for my liking. Feel like they need to get up and they need to find that wicket to get momentum. They've got one ball left in the first over.
Crucial.
Rolls the fingers over it, but short and wide. Oh, it wasn't wide. I thought he said it was wide. I thought he signalled wide. So Hart, number 12, is coming on to bowl. So the Kiwis have started off pretty positive here, 6 off the over.
Shot from Fulton. Blatant shot on legs. Lets it bounce, gets back up and out of the net. You're going to make him want to run, this guy.
Another short. Oh, they
There it
definitely
was.
have time down at Fulton's end. So,
There was a there. Maybe it's focused on bowling what they bowled to Smith.
yep, just need to keep it up there, get the ball in hand, and get the ball back to the keeper. Another short. Hart's bowling a little bit too short here. He really needs to push it up a bit.
So
Six-
wily old campaigners Fulton there is just squeezing it into the corners.
6 off the over already. That's a better ball by Hart.
Oh, bowled. Sharp work.
Full on the legs. Dug it out. Smith dug it out, and good fielding there by the Aussies. Another good full ball on the hips.
Kiwi's just taking it there, knowing full well that's a run out all day.
And
Let's take the dot ball, take the next one on.
third ball here.
There it is there.
That's a tricky shot through the legs by the looks. Ends on with 2, and
Yeah. Knowing Brendan, he will say that he plays that all the time.
Kiwis on top, I feel, here with 14 on the board. Another 2 overs like that, they'll get the skin. Not that the skins really matter in this point in
No.
time. If the game goes to a draw, does it go back on skins, or whoever was on top of the ladder, or they do a super over? Do you know any ruling of that?
I think it's a mini game,
Okay.
immediate mini game.
Yep.
They were going to go to skins by who was highest on the leaderboard and round play to that. I think it just goes straight to a mini game. Not too sure. They did explain it. I probably wasn't listening in class when it happened. Oh, that's sharp work.
Beautiful fielding
That's great fielding.
by the Aussies there. Barry Morrison has been able to bring his head back in the game. Very good ball by Henry. Dug out by Smith, but just couldn't beat the fielders.
How quickly two good overs could now look like an average 3 overs for the batters.
That's right, so they've brought him back down to 9. The Aussies have got that 1 wicket, and that's all it takes, so hopefully they can get that momentum and stay on top. Another really good
That
length
is
ball,
a beautiful
but
shot.
put away lovely by Fulton.
And I don't think anybody's going to jump in the way of Mr. Fulton.
Henry, another good length ball. He's bowling a good over here.
Yes.
Kiwi's looking for a sneaky one there, but no go. The Aussies have a little bit of momentum here now, and have just got to try and squeeze another wicket in this over. Henry bowling very good line and lengths. And there we go. There's that wicket that they needed to stay on top.
Well done, well played, Australia. I think Brendan probably looking for a shot that wasn't there, really.
Yeah, great line, great length. Had a couple of dot balls beforehand. Builds that momentum, builds that pressure, and the Kiwis just let it snuck through.
Yeah, well done. Nice shot from Brendan. Good come back to that after that shot.
They just need to get through this ball with no wicket. A dot ball would be suffice as well. Henry's bowling very good line and length, so if the Aussies can get one here.
Ooh.
As I said, dot ball's good, but that looked better for Australia, that ball.
Certainly did. 2 wickets in that over.
So Henry finishes
Crucial.
off with 2 for Meg 7 off his first over.
Kiwis having a good chat how they're going to finish this off. Doing their last over here, should probably just look at punching twos. Whether they're no runs if it's not. Walk off with a solid 14 possibly.
Yeah, if they can squeeze a positive score out. At the moment, the Aussies are looking on top. They haven't let that first batting pair get away. They've got the momentum. They just need to keep driving now. Slower ball, loopy slower ball. Well weighted by Smith, but good call also. Aussies have the Kiwis on third ball here. Full slower ball.
Oh, 3 runs, crucial.
And Tomarini's misfielded it. And
Yeah, sometimes there's a back stump of those balls. You think they're right there, and they've got a ton of spin on them. They hit the ground, they go completely the different way they want. Unlucky, should have been out.
yeah, that was a definite wicket by the Aussies there. A good ball to come back with.
Can't see it from here, but it looks like we've got a little bit of in-swing coming in from Hempstead. Shot by Fulton
That one
again.
just sat a little bit too short and a bit
Yep.
wider.
Smart
Yep.
batting from Fulton.
Aussies just need to try and contain it here. Try and keep them under 15. A bit quicker ball.
Smithy will
Good
rebound
line.
that.
Good length, sorry. And batter thought the line might have been a little bit too wide, but he's got it through there.
Straight through, no run.
The last ball of the batting pair. Slower ball on the legs.
Well done. Yeah, smart batting, good finish. It's where they need it to be. Done the job. Now it's for the next two. This is crucial that these two don't let it go backwards and let it go forwards the same amount. And just slowly pick away at that total. Anything above 15 for this pair will be a bonus.
Yeah, I think the Aussies were definitely on top there, and
Yep.
like I said, Skins not too fussed in the finals, but it just makes it look good for you. It makes you look at the scoreboard and go, right, we've beaten that batting pair. We need to beat the next one.
Yep.
And if you beat every batting pair, then you've got the game. So
And certainly they'll be wanting to keep them under the 16 mark for this one. Single digits would be ideal. And obviously New Zealand will be trying to get into the 20s.
vice captain has come on to bowl.
Announcement over the loudspeaker here in New Zealand. Just lost to England. I think 13-7.
That's a nice full ball on the legs there by Watson, and he's hit it up. Chance of a run out, but didn't take it. Oh, beautiful ball.
Ideal spot. Just below the knee. Straight at leg stump. Incredibly hard to hit.
The Aussies have definitely started better than the Kiwis. They've got their line and length spot on from ball one. Same again, but driven. A little bit of a fumble, but again, in these nets, on these courts, it didn't hit the net, but the in-between wickets is just that little bit longer, a little bit of a fumble. You've got time. Don't panic. Take the ball, take the stumps.
Yep.
Really good from Tomarini there. Another good ball.
So
And
he
Ross
doesn't get to review.
just backing up a little bit too far. And Tomarini was able to take the stumps.
Unfortunately, not unfortunately, as part of the third umpire stuff, players don't get to choose the review. So there's umpires review only for this game. If it's out, it's out. Great bowling here. Walton doing some real damage. Kiwi boys just need to take a big breath. Start with the twos.
Yeah, the Aussies are definitely on top and definitely got the momentum here. They're bowling perfect line and lengths. Again, that flat one into that net. Chance, but unable to pick the ball up. So has them on -8 now. Remember, the Aussies 16 partnership started on -8 as well. So they're still not out of there. They're sort of in the same position as that second pair of the Aussies. So it is possible for them to build it back up. The Aussies just seem to have a little bit more momentum than the Kiwis had. Fielding chance, run out chance.
Out again.
Umpires asked for third umpire.
Very, very close to out. Very, very close to out. These two need to have a good chat and start talking about their running.
Again, Roth just backing up a little bit too far there. Wasn't watching his batting partner. He was waiting for the call, but it's quite loud here, so you can't hear it. We've got a lot of heads around that third umpire screen over there.
Yep, there it comes.
Wayne Turner sitting back there for the 50s, looking at putting his finger up, thinks it's out, but just wait and see. A lot of tension building. It looks like it's a close one, and it's been given out by Ben. Again,
Very
that one
close.
I reckon was a few inches.
Yeah, there wasn't much in it, but it looked out. Most times you know it's out.
That's what the reviews are for. That's the momentum for the Aussies. They're just bowling really well, really tight lines. The ball in there, and they're getting ball in hand. So, you know, that was just a block. Too much far back up by Roth. Aussies got it back to the back stumper, took the stumps, run out. Perfect way to start this over. So, -13. The Aussies have got to bury him now, and the Kiwis have got to really dig deep to try and get out of it. Full on the legs. Got away with that one, but
Bowling the deal line. Needs to maintain it now, don't give a wide.
there's not a lot you can say when the Aussies are bowling this tight. The Kiwis have really just got to knuckle down now.
Oh yeah, spot on.
Swung it up. Tomariti takes a really good catch on the 3 net.
Aussies are really fired up here.
Fired up and pumped. Coolest bowling a very good tight over. Has put the pressure on the New Zealanders, and now they're in -18 and -5 for the game, for the innings for both pairs. So they've just undone the hard work that the first pair did to dig deep and get to 13, and unfortunately this pair's come undone so far. A little bit short and wide, and again the ball just comes straight into the fielder's hands. Had a chance of a run out, but the Kiwis just got through.
Yeah. Staying calm, just hitting the shots. That's all they've got to do.
You can't change anything here, and that's the biggest thing. You get a couple of wickets, you just got to dig deep for your team. Ooh. Great fielding by the Aussies there. They've definitely fired up. They're definitely come to play, and they're definitely sitting on top of these Kiwis at the moment.
Yep. So what he's going to do now is just punch another 2, get it above the 0, back into the positive, and then work hard.
Beautiful ball, length ball. Roth just really out of sorts here. He's not really in the game. Getting a little bit confused and not watching his batting partner.
Missed the zone into his partner.
2 for -6 for that over for John Coolers. What a great over, and that's just really got on top of this batting pair. Yeah, the Aussies in the huddle will be just saying, do not let that pedal off that metal. It's push it down, push them hard, and the Kiwis will just be thinking, let's just play it safe, let's just get those runs on the board. Their aim is, to get out of negative. If they can get to a positive, even a +0, +1 score is better than nothing. So Terry Dimmick coming on. Again, really good line, really good
great
leg.
line to a field that's sitting waiting.
They're just not spraying the ball like the Kiwis did. There's just a lot less wides, and they're not putting it out wide and short. And the Kiwis are now on third ball. Again, brilliant ball.
So third ball. Nothing. Can't do anything about that. The Kiwis need to do is talk to one another. They have to get out there while these guys regroup and get back to going to play. Break the cycle. Go and have a chat to one another right now. It's not a time game.
Just a great ball, and Marsh just not playing his shots. He's just tapping at the ball. He's a bit tentative, and as you would be sitting on -19, you'd be looking at the scoreboard. You'd be looking at your mates on the sidelines, thinking, "What else can I do?"
That's crazy batting.
And now they're just trying to make up for it, which you just can't do in indoor cricket. As soon as you try and make up for the score, you hit it in the air like that, and now they're on -24.
Yeah. So what Marsh needs to do is he needs to take his guard outside the leg side wide line. That is clear that Aussie are bowling at his knees. So they've got to get him there.
The Kiwis are just trying to make something of
That's better.
very
That's
good
a 2
bowling.
run. Bit of a gift there. Looked like that hit the 2 line, but I'm sure they'll take it. Ross needs to calm down here and just hit his 2s. That is not the way to get your runs back. He's losing
Beat the
control
batter,
here.
all ends up there. Again, Roth trying to go the back net.
Doesn't
Just
work.
needs to keep it safe, needs to get bat on ball, get it up into the 2 or the 3 net, and just keep being positive. But they're just trying that too hard to try and get those runs.
That is
He got
very
away with that
unlucky.
one,
He loaded that up to hit it.
got the loose ball, and he put it away for 4.
Yep.
That's all they've got to do. Wait for that loose ball. It will come. There is always going to be a loose ball. In saying that, the Aussies are bowling beautifully at the moment, so the Kiwis just need to dig deep this over, pull the score back.
Finish off, leave the back net alone, hit the 2s in the front net, work out where they're bowling too quickly, adjust their feet where they are on the crease, start making the Aussies do something different. If they don't, it's going to be the same result.
Barry Morrison sprays that down leg side, and because it is the last over of the batting pair, they get a re-bowl. So that is for every ball of the over. So they get 6 balls still left to go. Beautiful shot by Roth, but even better fielding by Hart. Stopped it, kept it off the net.
Yeah, see,
One
Aussie have
run.
identified that they're going for the back net, so they're just hanging the 3 line. He's just staying low. He's not charging in, looking at saving any 2s. He's just saving anything. He's trying to be blasted through the line. It's just like that.
Oh, he came in on that one.
Well fielded. Stopped a definite 4 there.
Again, they've just got to put those bad balls away. They've really brought it back. -11 here, but positive on the score.
He's done it again.
Morrison's throwing it up there on the legs, and the boys are just coming, taking that one step out, meeting the ball, and driving it through the three line. So Barry Morrison's gone for a man cat, probably not required at this stage, but the umpire's called for a review. Not a fan of the man cat, I have to admit, but I would do it if I was required to and needed to. Maybe not in this instance of the game when they're pretty hard on top of this pair, but
I've done them in the past, and it's not about. I guess the old schoolers, these old timers here, it's not about winning a game with a man cat. They certainly didn't need to do it now. I think Morrison's a little bit of spilled milk because they've had a go at him, and he's had a go at a batter that really didn't need that.
Doesn't look like it's out. Oh, it is out.
That's terrible.
It's been given out.
It's a shame I'm commentating, otherwise I might have had something to say. That's a terrible way to get it out.
Look, it's part of the
But
game.
it's competitive. It's a competitive way of getting it out. So
it's part of the game. He's got them back on 0.
Yep.
Probably a good option from the captain.
He's probably better off doing another one right now.
Probably. He's getting sledged on the sideline for the man cat, but you know what? I've been told, and I'm not a big man cat person, but it's all for reaction, and he's getting in and got the reaction he required, and he got the wicket. Good ball. Bit of confusion here by the Kiwis, but
Morrison having plenty to say after getting tapped off his over without the man cat. So I think
last ball of the batting pair. Short and slow, but the Kiwi just didn't pick it up and put it into the corner, but no run.
Yeah, 8 off that over, so could have been 13 without the man cat. So well done, the Kiwi boys to come back hit that ball. But
And this is when if you're going to do a man cat, this is the stage to pull it off on. You in the grand final, it's a must-win game to win the World Cup or the World Series.
Yep.
So it's the right stage to do it at. Again, gets a reaction.
It certainly's got that.
I think it would have looked better if it come from a different player, but because it come from someone there's been a bit of lip, there's been a bit of argy-bargy. Doesn't look as good, but
yeah.
So the Kiwis sitting on positive 4, 70 runs exactly, really, between two batting pairs. 35 is possible. I'm getting a beer delivered to me. Is this from you? It's been a long week. Beer tastes good.
It does.
Glad we won because it wouldn't taste as nice if we didn't beat you guys.
I'm pretty sure mine's still going to taste nice.
They're big and cheap, it's good. Run out chance here for the Aussies, but didn't quite pull it through, so good effort. Aussies bowling really well here. Andy, the vice captain, brought him, come on. Had a very good first over. And started this pair quite tight as well. Again, the Aussies are just bowling brilliant lines. Have the Kiwis on third ball, building the pressure, and this batting pair is going to feel the pressure because they have a lot of runs to make. 35 runs a pair to win this game is going to be a very tricky feat. The Aussies are just going to want to keep their foot on the throat. It's hit up and it's caught by Barry Morrison. Vice captain to captain, very good finish.
Yep. Roddy ball, hands too low on that shot, would never been able to hit it down. Even if he hit it, probably would have darted straight back out at the point. Just got to get above the ball, hit it down.
The Aussies will be feeling pretty comfortable here now.
They will.
I think they'll be feeling pretty confident that it's going to stay on top here. Well played there.
Nice. Nice shot, Roddy.
Wasn't happy with it though. He wanted to get down and up. Bit of a drive into the two net.
Didn't want it to go there. Positive though. Positive. -1 off that over. Wanted to be positive in the positive there, certainly to start the over off, the partnership off.
The crowd's starting to build here now. Don't know what final's on the next. It'll be the girls, isn't it?
3.
I think it's the girls' final.
3 at 3 o'clock.
Oh, are they?
Girls at 3. I think we got.
Oh, the 40s next.
40s
I think.
are over there. I think there's a 3rd and 4th happening over the other side as well.
Now, Keith, tell me, how do you feel about this playoffs for 3rd? Diplomatically.
You're either first or you're second. Yeah. I think it's the era or the modern day we live in now.
Oh, misfield. There was a chance of a run out there, but the boys haven't been able to take it.
Roddy hesitation, thought it was on. I think in the era we live in now, it's all about participation and everybody gets a reward, but you know, no one wants to get 4th, and you certainly don't want to play off for it. So pretty much like your camp, I'd imagine today is like, why are we doing this? This has never happened in the past.
Yeah.
It should be. Yeah, it's not a revenue stream at this stage. It's a participation. It's a Masters League. That's another one as well.
Yeah. And he's
well
bowled
bowled.
him.
That's great bowling from Hart. Nice and straight. It's where they need to be. You miss.
Again, the difference between these two teams today has definitely been the bowling.
The bowling in the field.
Yep.
Yep, correct.
The Kiwis fielded all right. They just didn't bowl the lines and the lengths that the Aussies are bowling. And
correct.
The Aussies are just showing what they're made of, pretty much.
Yeah, I call them gifts in our league. Anything that's outside off stump, anything that's a full toss is just a gift at this level. So going back to the Masters League, it's a Masters League. These are old tired bodies that are playing because they love the game. Well bowled again.
Chance again.
A direct hit and that's out. So I punish them more than they need to be punished. You know? I think.
I mean, you know, from my team's perspective, losing last night to not make the grand final, then having to pull up this morning and play again at 9 o'clock in the morning against a team that we've already played three times and won. It's just, I don't see the point. I believe it happens at Opens, which is, you know, they're fit, they're healthy, they're ready to go. I don't think it's required at a Masters level, but it is what it is.
Yep, totally agree.
And, you know, personally, after a rough game last night, it was nice to finish the tournament on a win. So,
yeah, and congratulations to your team as well, by the way. Roddy played probably the safest shot in the book. Fast into the top net, straight back out. No one's going to catch that.
Yeah.
So Aussie again, capitalising on some, I'm not going to say poor batting, but probably some really good bowling.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think the Kiwis are batting terribly. Ultimately, what's letting them down is probably their calling, their decision making between batting partners. There's not enough watching of their batting partner. The calls, you know, you can't hear it here. It's so loud. You can't hear the calls. You really got to be watching your batting partner. And these runouts and like it's been like it all week. This game has been about runouts this whole week.
Lower score, as you said, low scoring games I've ever been involved in anyway. Normally you're looking at 3 figures most games, but this has been pretty low. Again. And there it is
full
again.
on the legs. Beautiful shot by the Kiwis, and again, great fielding by the Aussies.
Yep, still making them run. Good shot, but still having to run. That's good into cricket. That.
So we'll see if Coolers has got it in him to bowl the same as his first over. And he has.
Yeah, Ronnie.
Found another wicket.
Ronnie's
He's
trying to
pumped.
waste that. It's just.
I think he might be going for BOG, to be honest. He
Looks like
batted
he
well.
got plenty behind that one.
Yeah, he batted well. He's bowling absolutely amazing. And the Kiwis just don't have any answers at the moment.
No.
Four balls to go, and they're sitting on -6 on this over.
That's just smart
Amazing
fielding.
fielding.
Smart fielding.
One hand grab and just a small to the spot, get it to your receiver's hands, and just a beautiful run out.
There's a right-hander too. So he's done that all right to his straight hand. Easy flick, looking at servicing the back stumps, not trying to hit the stumps. Equals a run out every time.
It's amazing to see these guys at this age still being able to play the game, still being able to move by the end of the week.
Yep.
It's a credit to them. Another really good ball. He's
And
just
still
bowling an
competitive.
absolute treat this game.
Yes. Certainly pushing MVP.
Just making the Kiwis try and play or make something of each shot. It's just again brilliant fielding. Little tap, and the Aussies are just all over him.
There's some tired bodies on the Kiwi side there. Every other day probably a run there. Ronnie looked a little tired getting to the other end.
Well, I have to admit though, there's been some interesting things happen this week. The Aussie 35s didn't make the final. Obviously, the women didn't make the final. Other countries are coming, and it's going to be interesting to see the next couple of years, Masters in Australia, to see if, especially for the women, I guess. I keep talking about it, but that's really the only part I know.
Yep.
I don't know a lot about the men, but Aussies are so used to dominating, and like the South African women, 2 South African teams in the final today. They've done it. They've been training together for 12 months. They've been doing training camps. Australia doesn't have anything like that at the moment, and to be honest, if they want to be dominant again, it's something that they might need to look at. How do the Kiwis select their sides and things like that?
Very similar format. I guess what we had is we had the pleasure of that majority of the girls from the Auckland region and a couple from the lower North Island, so we managed to train together for a good 6 months. And nothing to take away from the girls. I thought they played extremely well this weekend. Just watching this Dimmock.
Another good ball. Terry
Yeah.
just coming in, bowling
Nice
that
and
same
easy.
line.
Put it on the hip. Most of the 30 players that possibly could have made the team were unavailable, so certainly a different team that could have come away.
And you got
that should
one or
have come
two
away.
opens players as well still in your team, is that correct? In the women's,
yeah,
for
so
example?
one, Mel on the back stick, she
Yep.
was still
Oh,
there.
he's hit it up.
Safe
Straight
shot
up
in the
and
book.
down.
So, Mel Drescher, she's double international, so she has already played for South Africa in England
Right.
cricket. She then made the Premier Women's side, and then she was made available for the other 30s as well. So well done, Mel.
Yeah.
Don't know what's happening there.
There's not a lot to say.
Aussie letting the gas off a bit, mate. I think just throwing one down leg.
Yeah. There's not a lot to say about this game at the moment. Yeah, Terry sprays another one down leg side. The Aussies are just dominant. They're
Yep.
bowling the right line and legs.
Yep.
Obviously, except this over, they've let a few go, but sitting on top of this pair and on top of the game, really, there's just no chance of the Kiwis. All they can really do now is try and bat safe, try and get a little bit of pride back for the country.
Personal pride comes down to it now. So these last two coming in, we'll just be looking to hit twos to get out. Maybe a couple of glory shots in there if they need it, but I don't think it is needed, to be honest. That's a great shot.
Beautiful
That's a great shot. Pretty to watch that shot.
Just waited on it that little bit longer, played it beautifully through the three line, and Barry Morrison had no chance fielding that one. Little short, he's going up. Oh. And that's out caught by the captain. Here we go, the Kiwis in the Aussie huddle here.
That's Ali. Typical Alistair. And he's in there for a good time, a long time.
Come on, mate.
I think he's probably affected the first smile out of Morrison today.
Yeah, for sure. He's and how could you not be smiling as the captain of his side in the grand final at a World Series, and you're on top of one of our biggest rivals in any sport, to be honest. But still good mates.
Yep, and they'll come off, they'll share a beer ladder.
Yeah.
And that's a great thing about this game, is that it's super competitive on the court. But once you're off it, you're just mates again, you're just having a few beers.
Yeah.
So back to the ladies. Sorry, men. The New Zealand ladies trained hard here for about 6 to 7 months, came together. One target we knew. Like you said, this tournament's full of surprises. Certainly no one would have picked the top South African team to be playing off to get into the final. And I know that we probably played our grand final against them and maybe should have won.
Yeah.
And certainly would have knocked them off their perch. But
yeah, look,
they
were definitely beatable.
Yeah, they were.
But they were very disciplined. They know the courts. Again, they've trained together for a very long time. We don't get that. We don't train as a team before we come here. So we come a week before. We train together for a couple of days, and then you're expected to be able to play on the court together. So maybe it's something that the Aussies can look at. It may be, and that's a good start by the Kiwis. Again, like you said, personal pride, play your shots, keep it safe.
Get it into the positive, leave it in there.
A really good ball there by Tomarini. Line up on the hip. Not a lot you can do with a ball like that.
He's straight in this first over. I think he's got a point to prove in this one. He's certainly pretty focused about where he's bowling this time.
Rolls the fingers over, but I think he's pretty safe in this one.
They look pretty safe that one.
Yeah. Good fielding, really good fielding. Just a little bit lax on the back stumps, and I think he got the dive in. And
I mean, that's the other thing that actually amazes me. Guys, 50 years old, diving.
Yeah.
Sliding
it's
through
hard
the
enough.
line.
It's hard enough for some of us over 35s to slide and get back up again.
There's been some horrific dives, I got to say. I've seen some that, you probably shouldn't put the dive in. It's probably just looked maybe running past the line. But yeah, these guys were huge.
But when you go out, you do kick yourself. It happened to me the other night. You kick yourself. I should have dived. Probably would have been in. But no, the Aussies are doing so well here. Keeping them in negative. Like I said, there's not much more you can say.
Yes, to that given out.
Good ball, right on the knee line. Tried to cross bat it. Probably needs to keep a straight bat on that one.
Yeah. I think shot selection is probably the key here for 50s.
Too short on the legs, and it's down up for 2. And another dive. He likes his diving. He's a bit slow to get up though. Can't really call the game right now because I can't see it. All the Aussie boys are getting in my way.
Now you can truly say Aussie are everywhere. There we go.
Really good ball just on the legs, and yeah, great. Again, as a batting pair, they'll be just trying to say to them, let's stay safe, let's do what we can. The game's out of the question now.
So just
I mean, it has been
the
for a
final
while
score
now,
back into
but
0, up above 0 there.
and the Aussie boys, to be honest, would probably just be wanting to keep their foot on the throat.
Yeah. And competitive as they are, they're not going to give you any runs on these last 3
Nah.
overs.
Nah,
You're
of
still
course
going to have to
not.
work for them, which is what New Zealand would expect anyway.
Yeah, it's a proud thing too. It's keeping a team in the negatives and in a final of a World Series would
It's
be
huge.
very seen very rarely. So, that was amazing
That's
feeling.
great
and
fielding.
Very easy run out.
Great fielding.
Good shot too. And again, a nice down-up shot, but Barry was able to get up there, field it, and get the ball back and hit the stumps for a run-out. Direct hit. Very rarely you're going to be a not-out call.
Probably the second smile on his face now. Look at that. And again,
Yep.
just a quick little punch 5 there. Well fielded.
Oh, great length.
Bold.
Tried to dig it out, but
Service to the back. Nothing is changing.
what a
Yeah,
shot.
a shot. That's a great
Not
shot.
a bad ball, but a brilliant shot nonetheless. Down up 3 off the legs, just beautiful to watch. Short, wide,
Out.
got away with it. Oh no, caught. Sorry, I didn't
Hands
think
too
he got
low.
anything on it.
Hands too low.
The Aussies just look like they're moving a lot better than the Kiwis. They're getting the ball in the right areas, and it's just brought
Certainly
the field
are.
into play. How many reviews have we had for the run-outs already? It's just been phenomenal.
Another great
Just
shot.
shows that this week has been all about run-outs,
Yep.
all about how you feel.
Chances are always there. You get them, get a clean catch, clean throw. You got a real
Yeah.
high chance of getting that run out.
In any level, men's and women's, there hasn't been a lot of getting yourself out. Not a lot of courts, not a lot of bowls. It's been a majority of run-out week, and you can just see it in this match. The fielding is really good.
So 15th over. Kiwis just need, this partnership just needs to look at the personal pride of getting their own partnership into the zeros. The next step of getting the team score over and into the
Yeah.
positive side.
Yeah, that's it. And the Aussies will just be tasting the beer already,
Really?
tasting that celebratory drink already.
They're probably watching their commentator having
Yeah.
chugging down their
I
fourth beer.
know. How good.
Oh, well bowled.
Down up 2. Oh. So do they do the presentation here, Keith, or is it all at the dinner tonight?
I think it's all at the dinner tonight. I think
Slower ball,
that
driven to the 5 net.
probably wasn't expecting it on back sticks.
Yeah, good way to
That
finish.
midway through the game, that would have been out for sure. Shot low.
McSweeney just really beautiful shot. Still playing his game though, not changing anything. Playing his game, driving it to 5, and he's got his team, his partnership in positive. So that's goal 1, Keith, and then you said the next goal is to get the team score in positive.
Team score back into positives, do not walk out on negatives. Well done,
Down up 2.
well done.
The Aussies have got a little bit lax. They're still
Yeah.
trying, but a little bit laxed in the field now.
Hard to keep a motivation when your scores that far apart
Yeah.
and you only got an over to go.
And
We've probably all
let's-
lived it now and then and know exactly what it's like. And
Yeah,
it is
that's
hard
right.
to keep that upbeat.
You know how tough it is. You know how hurt you do feel.
That's a great shot. Down up 4.
Beautiful down up 4. McSweeney just playing some beautiful shots. Unfortunately, just a little bit late, but there's that second goal. He's got the team into positive now, and that's all he can really
Just got to keep
do.
it there. Just got to keep it there.
So we've got one over to go in the over 50s World Series Grand Final between New Zealand and Australia. And Australia will be the winners of this match and will be holding the World Cup up, which is getting ready to, oh, it's not even a cup, it's a trophy. A lot of payoff for at the end of the week. It's a good feeling.
It's a good feeling. You worked hard to get where you need to be. All your plans pay off in the final, which is the big game. You win the pig ticket, playing exactly what you should be doing. It pays off. You get your outs. You get your rewards.
And the captain, fittingly, has the last over. Oz, a nice length ball.
Still not smiling.
No.
I think he should be. He should be grinning every ball.
Yeah, it's been a tough one for him. Another great length ball.
Well done.
Just the again, like I said, the lines and the lengths of the Aussies bowling has won it for them today. The guys on the bench are hugging.
Yep.
The Kiwis are starting to
know
shake
it.
their hands.
They know
Even the trainers are getting a hug for all their hard work. And you know
they
what?
probably worked the hardest.
They're the ones that are probably more thankless
Shot.
than anything.
Shot.
They get us through the week. And from an Australian point of view, Nat, Ben and Hayley have done an amazing job working long hours to get every single person on the court of 5 teams. Down up shot, nearly fielded there by Andy, but
Yeah, look, we had Cheyenne on our side, and she's kept the motors running on quite a few of our players, which has been awesome. And I think throughout, looking at the physios and the working away on tables and pulling people into the rooms and making sure that they're all ready to go for the game, I think they've just done a great job.
sometimes I think people forget them, and I think they forget themselves. I think they forget how hard they work, and they deserve this one too. So
Yeah, certainly.
from an
Certainly.
Aussie point of view, that's 1 out of, I think, 3 that we're in today. So finish off, beautiful end ball on the legs.
Well done.
And what a great win. And like we said, at the end of the game, it's hugs all round,
Yep.
appreciation, and now they'll all go and have a beer after it together.
Yep. Exactly that. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
It's been a
Keith.
pleasure.
Has been a pleasure.
As
Done
I've
it
planned you 3 times,
all week, 4 times.
4 times. Thanks for reminding me of that as well.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again,
been good.
great effort by the Aussie 50s.
Yep.
That's 1 for the Aussies.
Congratulations to them. First gold medal in the bank.
And
Good luck to the rest of the teams.
I
that are
hope you
playing out there in
enjoyed
the
your
final.
viewing at home, and hope the Aussie fans got behind them, and you stay tuned for the next couple of games. I think the next one might be between the Australians and the South Africans in the 40 men's.
Yep.
So stick tuned and enjoy the rest of the night, Keith.
Good luck to
And
both those